Layne Staley was born on August 22, 1967 in Kirkland, Washington. He was a singer and a songwriter in the great Seattle band called Alice in Chains. He was also in a band called Mad Season and a glam band called Sleaze. His vocal harmonies with Jerry Cantrell still give me goosebumps today. Can we all agree that their MTV Unplugged performance was one of the best? My favorite song from them has always been Got Me Wrong. What's your favorite? Layne met Jerry Cantrell at a party and they soon became friends and started writing songs and performing. Cantrell said of Layne's voice, "I knew that voice was the guy I wanted to be playing with. It sounded like it came out of a 350-pound biker rather than skinny little Layne." Alice in Chains helped shape the Seattle sound. Despite all of his success, his drug addiction became more important than making music. There were bodyguards hired to keep dealers away from him. It was said that he weighed 86 pounds and lost most of his teeth near the end of his life. He played his last show with Alice in Chains in 1996 when they opened up for Kiss in Kansas City, Missouri. He never married and had no children. He was engaged at one point to a woman named Demery, but they broke up and she died due to her drug habit in 1996. People say he never got over her. Layne died in 2002 from a speedball, a mixture of cocaine and heroin. Mike Starr, former Alice in Chains bassist, was the last person to see Layne alive. His body wasn't found for 2 weeks. He was 34 years old. Kurt Cobain was born on February 20th, 1967 in Aberdeen, Washington. He was the singer and songwriter in the influential band called Nirvana. Have you ever been to Aberdeen? I have. It was the most depressing, gray, dying city I've ever been to. He was a reluctant voice of Generation X. He was arrested a couple of times and he worked as a janitor before making it. He had many different musical influences including metal, punk, and pop music. His parents divorced in 1976 and this had a profound effect on Kurt. He formed the band in 1987 along with Chris Novoselic. They had several different names before settling on Nirvana. Their second album, Nevermind, came out in 1991 and they were launched into the stratosphere. He suffered from strange stomach pains and turned to heroin to treat it. After meeting and marrying Courtney Love, his life seemed to spiral out of control. Even the birth of his beloved Frances Bean couldn't calm him down. Fun fact, Michael Stipe is her godfather and Drew Barrymore is her godmother. He overdosed in Rome in March of 1994 and returned to the US to attend rehab. He left treatment early and returned to his home in Seattle. He was married once and had one child. He died in April of 1994 after taking his own life. There are many conspiracy theories surrounding his death, but we'll probably never know the truth. He was 27 years old. Chris Cornell was born on July 20th, 1964 in Seattle, Washington. His birth name was Christopher John Boyle. He was arguably one of the most powerful singers in the last 35 years. He was a founding member, singer, rhythm guitar player, and a songwriter in the band called Soundgarden. It's criminal that they're not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as of 2025. He actually started out as the band's drummer. They were formed in 1984 and would go on to become one of the most important alternative bands of the 90s. They released an EP in 1987 called Screaming Life. Their 1991 album called Bad Motorfinger was a huge hit. He won 3 Grammys, 2 with Soundgarden and 1 as a solo artist. He was roommates with a guy named Andy Wood who was the lead singer of Mother Love Bone, which featured 2 future members of Pearl Jam. After Andy died from a heroin overdose, Chris formed Temple of the Dog in tribute to his friend Andy. Soundgarden had so many great songs and albums, but they broke up in 1997. I'm curious, what was your favorite song from them? Mine is Blow Up the Outside World. He released a total of 5 solo albums. He co-wrote and recorded a song with Slash called Promise on Slash's first solo album. It's definitely worth checking out if you've never heard it. He was in the supergroup called Audioslave with members of Rage Against the Machine, minus Zack, of course. Soundgarden reformed in 2010. He was married twice and had 3 children. He died in 2017 after taking his own life. He struggled with depression, anxiety, and substance abuse issues throughout his life. There are many conspiracy theories surrounding his death. He was 52 years old. Scott Weiland was born on October 27, 1967 in San Jose, California. He's known for being a founding member, songwriter, and singer in Stone Temple Pilots and Velvet Revolver. He was also an author. He sold over 50 million albums. Originally called Mighty Joe Young, they changed their name to Stone Temple Pilots because they loved the initials STP. When Scott was at the top of his game, no one could touch him. He kept himself busy with side projects and solo albums. What was your favorite song? His battles with drugs are common knowledge at this point. He was in and out of jail and rehab countless times. In 2013, STP had enough of Scott and he was fired. In 2015, he released Blaster with his new band called The Wildabouts. He told Howard Stern his various expenses added up to $60,000 a month, so he had to be on the road. He was married 3 times and had 2 children. According to his third wife, he died in 2015 because the main artery in his left ventricle was 95% blocked due to years of substance abuse. It was originally reported that he had a drug overdose. He did have drugs in his system. He was 48 years old.